Do you roll your eyes at God? I have. I'll explain what I mean. Have you been in a faith-building sermon and the pastor is explaining how God can really intervene in your life and you roll your eyes and say, well, that will never happen for me? Or have you heard a testimony of someone describing God's supernatural intervention in their lives? And you need God's supernatural intervention in your life and you roll your eyes and say, that could never happen to me. Or have you had people pray for you and pray something wonderful into your life and give you perhaps even a prophetic word of something great that's going to happen, and you roll your eyes and say, that could never happen? Rolling your eyes is a faith-killing act. And God taught me a lesson about rolling my eyes because I was terrible for rolling my eyes. I was raised in the church and I became a cynic, especially about supernatural things. To me, it was all talk. I never really saw anything supernatural. And what I was most cynical about were the traveling faith-healing evangelists who were specialized in leg lengthening. So they would come to visit the church and get everyone who had a short leg and pray for them and claim that their legs were even. Well, I knew that this could so easily be faked. You could just shift their legs while you're praying for them and there, they appeared to be equal. So I thought this was just a traveling circus. And so I just wrote it off and rolled my eyes whenever that subject came up. But a few years ago at our church, we had a visiting speaker come to train us how to pray for sicknesses. And so he had people come up who wanted to learn how to do that. So I volunteered because I wanted to learn how to improve how to pray for sicknesses. And then he had people come forward who had sicknesses that wanted to be prayed for. And so he matched us all up, and with his microphone he asked each sick person what was their disorder and then explained to the prayer how to do it. So when he came to the person that I was to pray for, he asked them, what was your problem you'd like prayed for? And she said, I have one leg shorter than the other. Well, I just froze. I thought, oh no, this is the worst. I never wanted to pray for this condition because, you know, I had no faith for this. I didn't believe this even happened. I always rolled my eyes with the leg lengtheners. And here I had to actually pray for this person's legs to grow forward. Well, I knew that God was laughing. This was a setup. He deliberately matched me with this person. So my faith level was very, very low, but I couldn't very well ask for a different disease. I couldn't just stop the leader and say, no, I don't want to pray for that. Please give me another disease. So I had to do it. So I did exactly what he told me. I prayed for her, and sure enough, within a minute, her legs became even. I was stunned. I had very low faith for that, but it really did happen. But I learned a lesson. I won't roll my eyes again. It really did happen. Rolling my eyes is a faith killer. So now, whenever I hear a faith-building message, whenever I hear a testimony of God's supernatural intervention, whenever someone gives me a prophetic word, instead of rolling my eyes, my response is, I receive that. That could happen to me. So you don't want to roll your eyes anymore. You've got to stop doing that because you want to say, I receive it, because that opens the door to God's supernatural intervention in your life. So to live a transformed life, you need to learn how to receive God's blessing. Don't roll your eyes. Don't shut it off. So now I want to hear from you. How has God intervened in your life supernaturally and it really surprised you? Just leave your comments in the box below because we want to hear about it. And if this is your first visit here, you need to get my free self-assessment guide. And to do that, just fill out the subscription form right there to get my weekly free email newsletter. And I'll talk to you again next week. But remember, don't roll your eyes. Expect and receive God's blessing this week.